Today we're going to be dealing with some applications of the chain rule, how we're going to be using this chain rule in a lot of examples that we're going to be dealing with. So our first example, find the slope of the tangent line of the curve y equals cosine to the fourth x. So remember that this means y equals cosine x to the fourth power. Remember, slope of the tangent line, we find our derivative. So derivative of the outside function, leaving the inside function alone, and now I take the derivative of the inside function, making sure I'm putting in those parentheses, and then simplifying. When I simplify that out, I can write it like this. No, remember that's y prime. Okay, so now I need to plug in pi over 6. So we plug in pi over 6, and then cosine of pi over 6 to the third power. Sine of pi over 6 is 1/2. Cosine of pi over 6 is root 3 over 2. Remember, that's to the third power. So when I simplify that all out, we get negative 3 root 3 all over 4. Our next example deals with velocity. So if I'm trying to find the velocity of an object when I'm given the position function, remember that the derivative of position is velocity. So derivative velocity, I should say, is the derivative of position. Derivative of sine is the cosine of 5t minus 3. Then derivative of the inside. This is a very, very common mistake that I see, and that's why I put this example in here, is students a lot of times forget to take the derivative of the 5x plus 3. So that derivative then would be 5. So simplifying that out, we would get this. In our next example, we have to, it's one of these chart of values questions, and I always like these questions. These are always going to show up on quizzes and tests. So if I have to find the derivative with respect to x at x equals 1. So you have to remember your chain rule here. Derivative of the outside function with the inside function still composed, intact, times by the derivative of the inside function. Now plug in 1. And I want you showing me all of this work. I know it seems tedious, but it's important that you show me your understanding of what we're doing. Okay, g of 1. I go to g of 1. G of 1 is 2. G prime of 1, g prime of x1, is 9. So now what I have to do is I have to find f prime of 2. F prime of 2, f prime of 2 is 6, so I have 6 times by a 9, which ends up equaling 54. A shorter video today. Some applications didn't quite fit into my last video, and it gave us a little bit more time to work with our derivatives. Please make sure your lesson summary, which is below this video, is submitted on time.